Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. You know what? We about to find out eventually if LeVar Ball is a genius, a con man, a visionary, a liar, you know, and a dude with a big mouth and a good or bad father, or a guy that wants to be a celebrity himself. We gon' find that out eventually. All those questions gonna be answered about what type of man LeVar Ball is, and in particularly pertaining to his sons, because he may have pulled off one of the biggest con jobs in history pertaining to his sons. As NBA players, hyping them up, you know, speaking things into existence, which is cool. And I'm not hating on him. I commend him for what he did as far as, being a father, getting, keeping his sons on the right path. But at the end of the day, I think we all don't agree with his, some of his stance on certain things, some of his tactics. But that's neither here or there for right now. But let's talk about lamelo Ball. He played last night, in a preseason game, and basically he scored no points. Now everybody is talking about those great dimes that he dished out, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, there were opportunities for him to take shots, and he did not take shots. Like I said before, it's cool that you could pass, but there are going to be times where you're going to have to rely on your ability to be able to score. What happens when you dishing out dimes and these guys are missing shots? They're shooting you out of the game. Well, eventually you're going to be put in a position where you're going to have to take matters into your own hands and try to score. So, it is what it is. The NBA is predicated on scoring in this day and age. And that's the object of the game. Whoever has the most points scored by the time 4 periods of basketball is over wins the game. So that's what basketball is about, doing, scoring, and then playing good enough defense to keep your opponent from outscoring you. Or when you build a lead, keep that lead and don't lose it. But it all comes down to scoring. But people are talking about, you know, lamelo didn't score. All he had was a bunch of highlight reels of him passing the ball. I think it's a little too early, but I do understand where this is coming from, because whether people like it or not, Lonzo going into year 4 isn't what he was anticipated to be. Well, at least anticipated by his father. Most people believed that Lonzo would be a average point guard at best. And I think that's where he is. I don't think he does nothing significant, as a point guard. you know. But we'll just have to see. I don't think he's reached his peak yet, because he's not that old. I mean, he's only like 23, 24. So, he might not even be that old. I don't know how old he is. I think he's not that old though. He in his early 20s, that's for sure. But I don't think he's where he is and what his father told us he would be. So some people believe that Lonzo is a bust. I mean, he's in that neck of the woods. Not quite there yet, but he's close. Look, at the end of the day, when you drafted in the top 5, and particularly number 2 overall, they expect you and a certain amount of time to be at a certain place and have developed to be in a certain spot as a player after a certain amount of time, and he's not there yet. So this is why people are paying close attention to his brother LaMelo, who was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. You know, so like I said, people are criticizing LaMelo's play, and they like saying, "Here we go again." So my observation, a little too early, but do I understand where it's coming from? Is it justified? Absolutely. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.